On July 28, 1347, Margaret of Durazzo was born into a noble family, the daughter of Charles, Duke of Durazzo, and his wife, Maria of Calabria. Margaret was born into a politically significant family in the Kingdom of Naples, shortly after which her father sought to strengthen his position in Italy. At a young age, Margaret was recognized for her education and noble upbringing, typical of women in power during her time. By her teens, Margaret was a suitable match for political alliances, reflecting the practice of arranged marriages among European nobility. In 1363, Margaret married Louis I of Anjou, strengthening her family's influence in both Naples and Hungary. The marriage brought Margaret the title of Queen of Hungary, elevating her status across Europe's royal courts. During her reign, Margaret worked diligently to maintain peace and stability in her kingdoms, demonstrating her political acumen. Mother to several children, her lineage contributed to strategic alliances across Europe, merging powerful houses. Margaret's relationship with King Louis continued to deepen, navigating the complexities of royal duties and family dynamics. In 1382, Margaret's husband passed away, leaving her to navigate the challenges of royal governance alone. Following the death of Louis, conflicts arose both within the family and with external claims to the throne, testing Margaret's resolve. Despite these challenges, Margaret managed to retain control of Naples, showcasing her strength and skill as a ruler. Margaret was also known for her patronage of the arts, promoting culture and politics throughout her realm. Throughout the late 14th century, Margaret's influence extended beyond her own reign, affecting neighboring states in Italy and Hungary. Margaret's strategic decisions often played a role in diplomatic resolutions and negotiations, showing her political intelligence. In 1395, she made an important political move by arranging the marriage of her daughter, providing further strengthening of alliances. Margaret faced numerous challenges during her reign, including uprisings and external threats to her rule. Even in adversity, Margaret's leadership qualities inspired loyalty among her subjects, who revered her strength. By the turn of the century, Margaret was acknowledged as a prominent figure in both Naples and Hungary, a pivotal point in her legacy. Margaret's influence on policies extended beyond her immediate reign, shaping the future of both kingdoms through her descendants. In 1412, Margaret of Durazzo passed away, leaving behind a complex legacy that would echo through history. Margaret's death marked the end of an era, but her influence endured in the blossoming relationships among European royalty that shaped future political landscapes. Margaret of Durazzo was born into a world of political intrigue in a grand palace, wrapped in the finest silk, with the sound of faint music echoing through the hallways as courtiers and nobles awaited the arrival of the royal heir. Her mother, the Queen Mother, celebrated her daughter's birth, wearing an elegant purple gown that spoke of her royal status, grounding the family's place in history and the importance of alliances through marriage. The midwife, seasoned with experience, carefully attended to the newborn, ensuring her first moments were marked with warmth and safety, embodying the essence of maternal care in noble households. As she grew, Margaret received an education befitting a queen, instructed in literature, diplomacy, and the arts, preparing her for the heavy mantle of leadership ahead of her. By 1363, Margaret was married to Louis I of Anjou at a lavish ceremony, proclaiming their union as a strategic alliance, celebrated by officials and nobility from across the realms. As Queen of Hungary, Margaret pushed for peace and stability, establishing strong relations with local nobility and showcasing her skills in governance that would characterize her reign. She quickly became known for her diplomatic tact, balancing the interests of various factions within her court to maintain the fragile peace of her realm. Margaret's reign was marked by her commitment to the arts. She sponsored numerous artists and encouraged cultural developments in her kingdom. In 1382, her husband, Louis, passed away, leaving Margaret to navigate a turbulent political landscape filled with threats from rival factions. Despite the grief, Margaret adeptly maneuvered through disputes, asserting her authority and securing her position as the guardian of Naples amid familial ambitions. Her daughter's marriage became a crucial part of her strategy. In 1395, she arranged a politically advantageous union that strengthened her family's alliances. Faced with several uprisings, she earned loyalty from her subjects, exemplifying her dedication to the welfare of her kingdom. Her adept handling of foreign diplomacy established Naples as a significant player in European politics, as rival powers recognized her leadership. Margaret's will shaped the succession and governance of her realm even beyond her lifetime, as her descendants claimed thrones across Europe. Her death in 1412 was not merely the end of her reign, but a pivotal moment for Naples, as it marked the beginning of a power struggle among her relatives. Margaret of Durazzo left behind a complex legacy, influencing policies and alliances well into the 15th century, as Europe saw the impact of her strategic decisions unfold. Her influence on the concept of female rulers in Europe would inspire generations of noblewomen, shaping the expectations of leadership among future queens. Margaret's alliances were instrumental in paving the way for future strategic marriages among European royal families that reshaped the continent's political landscape. As a patron of the arts, Margaret's legacy also influenced cultural life in Naples, leading to a flourishing of creativity that defined the artistic culture of her time. Historians have highlighted her reign as a crucial moment in Napoli's development, with Margaret's insightful decisions marking the city as a cultural and political hub in southern Italy. Margaret's life illustrates the complexities of female sovereignty, highlighting the challenges and triumphs faced by queens in a male-dominated world. The decisions made during her lifetime set precedents that influenced subsequent rulers, establishing codes of conduct and governance reflective of her leadership style. Margaret's life story has inspired books, films, and scholarly works, immortalizing her contributions and struggles, making her a figure of fascination in historical narratives. Her experiences and resilience became a template for discussions about women's roles in governance, illustrating the evolving concepts of power and gender in history. Margaret of Durazzo's reign is regarded as a pivotal moment in the formation of the identity of Naples, where her influence as both a ruler and a mother shaped the future of the kingdom. As historians reflect on her impact, Margaret's role in sustaining and enhancing the cultural tapestry of Naples stands out, underpinning her status as a venerated queen in history. Her narrative serves as a reminder of the nuanced stories of women, urging a reevaluation of female contributions throughout history. Margaret of Durazzo has become a symbol of resilience in leadership, representing women who withstood adversities and triumphed in a world dominated by men. On July 28, 1347, Margaret of Durazzo was born in the grandiosity of the royal palace, her noble origins evident from the lavish decorations around her, hinting at her future significance. Her mother, the Queen Mother, celebrated her birth with a private ceremony, surrounded by the court's most trusted advisors and noble women, preparing her for a life of influence. Growing up in a potentate's environment, Margaret received an exceptional education focused on governance, diplomacy, and arts, teaching her the art of leadership. By her teenage years, Margaret was recognized for her intelligence and beauty, making her a prime candidate for marriage alliances to strengthen political ties. In 1363, at the age of 16, Margaret married Louis I of Anjou, thus became the Queen of Hungary, solidifying her family's political strength across Europe. Margaret was not only a queen, but also a patron of the arts, commissioning works that enriched Hungary and reflected her cultured values during her reign. Following the death of Louis in 1382, Margaret faced significant challenges, but managed to hold control over Naples through alliances and astute political maneuvering. She faced uprisings and conspiracies, but garnered loyalty through her strategic handling of dissent and her capability as a ruler in the face of adversity. Margaret's political acumen saw her arrange advantageous marriages for her children, notably her daughter's marriage in 1395 to further consolidate her family's power. Despite her efforts, Margaret faced numerous familial conflicts that threatened her reign. Yet she adeptly navigated these challenges, upholding her rule. She skillfully maintained Naples' stability and reputation, promoting trade and cultural exchanges even during tumultuous times, contributing to the city's prosperity. Margaret maintained a prominent court, bustling with scholars, artists, and diplomats, further solidifying Naples' position as a cultural hub during her reign. Her life was marked by resilience, and she laid the groundwork for future female rulers, navigating a male-dominated political landscape with skill and charisma. Margaret's death in 1412 marked the end of an era, initiating a fierce power struggle among her heirs. Yet her policies and alliances influenced generations that followed. Her complex legacy endured through strategic alliances and cultural patronage, reshaping the landscape of European monarchy and governance. Margaret of Durazzo is remembered as a pioneering female ruler, one who bridged the gap between tradition and emerging political realities, influencing female leadership for centuries. Her story continues to be studied as an exemplar of women's resilience and strategic influence in governance, a narrative that inspires future generations of leaders. Margaret's approach to leadership and governance has led scholars to reassess the role of women in medieval politics, highlighting her contributions as crucial in shaping European history.